Hello everyone, I'm Faded Oasis. Thank you for tuning into my stream here on twitch.tv/Faded Oasis or watching this VOD on youtube.com/at Faded Oasis. This camera seems a little low, maybe? No, because I guess when I'm hunched down. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. Today is Maker Monday, so I'm here on my side set of my desk with my Lego Bowser kit that I've made so far. So far, it's just the base, as you can see, because this took 2 hours. There were 4 bags of Legos, and yeah, it was kind of a lot. And I'm excited to get into actual Bowser today. So that's what we'll be doing. I need to get some music going. That goes there. That goes like that. Music. There it goes. All right. So, I guess we'll just crack on into it because I don't really have much else to say. I'm gonna take this whole base and set it aside. I did figure out at the end of last week's stream that this base is too wide for my shelves. I have the IKEA Kallax shelves as my backdrop, and I've got a lot of cool stuff in them. And I was planning on setting this up in one of those compartments, and it won't fit without being like almost entirely sideways. So I'm gonna have to either reconfigure this to maybe shorten this up somehow, maybe get rid of these side pieces, or find another place to put this. I don't have a lot of room on my streaming set for something like this, so maybe, I don't know, maybe I can build or buy a smaller shelf, but I would need to figure out like what I'm moving around where, because my other plan was like maybe on top of the 4 tall I can actually switch over to here, maybe like on top of the 4 shelves there, but I moved the Lego Bonsai there. You can see there's not a lot of room up there. So I don't know where to put, like I could move the rock band setup or the QWRP diorama, but I kind of like those there, so I don't know where this is going. Maybe I'll do something, maybe I'll like set up a small shelf here so it can be in front of the shelves. I don't know. But yeah, let's get into Bowser here. I didn't actually figure out where I was going to move this for now. I'll just put it on the table behind me. Is that visible back there? No, you can't even tell that the Bowser box is back there. Okay. So I am going to mute audio real fast while I open up bag number 5.
Hi.
Hey Glass, how you doing? Let me just open up this bag real fast. Alright, there we go. And by this bag, I mean 3 bags, because there were 2 sub-bags within bag 5. Alright, so, where were we? Well, before that, right, there's the base. Alright, so I've got kind of sad-looking Bowser here, but I'm assuming it's just the angle and the way they've outlined every single piece and every ridge. I open bag 5 and I'm gonna get into this. I should probably move all the pieces off to the side. And I guess I'll leave the small pieces over here. Alright. Actually, you know what? There we go. Alright, so I need one 6x6 white plate, one 2x4 red plate, and one 8x1 yellow plate. 10x1? 10x1, alright. Alright, and then I get two round 6x6 plates. Actually, I'm going to move these over to the side so that I'm not going to bump them with my hand. There we go. Nope, these go the other way. Like this. Alright, then I get two very long tin 2x-somethings. I'm not going to count those. Two black 1x6s. And two yellow 2x6s. Come on. Okay. So the tan and the black pieces... Oh, the tan's obviously hanging off the edge, but the black piece is hanging off the edge by 1 pip. And then these kind of go over the corner here. Over that curved edge. Alright. Then we need one of these long, thick plates, and one black 1x6. So this goes under here. But these all go under. Okay. And this goes, it looks like this, so it's not quite going edge to edge. There we go. Alright, then we need two of these long ramps. It's a 3x1 brick, but two of the studs are ramps instead. Then we need some small pieces. Some brown 2x2s with side pips. And some yellow 1x1s with side pips. Let's go right here, and then it looks like all the side pips go facing outward. Like that. Alright, then we need a very long 1x-something gray piece with Technic holes. And two 1x6 bricks. This just goes right across the center here from edge of brown to edge of brown. And then these go on the inside. So we're probably going to use those holes for something then. Or they just wanted to use a long piece there, and that was the easiest long piece to find, I guess. I don't know. Alright, then we're covering this all up. So we need a 2x6, which goes right on the center, and then some red 1x3s. And dark gray 2x3s. Alright, now we need 4 2x4 plates and 2 1x2 bricks. Oh, they're with the small pieces. Alright, and it's saying to do the thing I hate doing the most is put the plates right next to each other. Right on top of each other. Because that makes them impossible to remove. Almost. Alright, then these go here. With the brick next to them. I just realized I'm not even sure what part of Bowser this is. No idea. Some part on the inside that'll be mostly covered up, I'm assuming. Although we're now going to add hooks onto the front, so maybe not. Maybe this is where like the head attaches or something? I don't know. Alright, so we need 2 2x1s with hook connectors. 1 2x2 plate. 2 of these 3x2 pieces with a curved edge, I get, or I don't know how to describe that. And 2 little L shapes. Alright, so the black piece goes directly in the center, and then the hooks flank it on both sides, and then the L's and then the rounded pieces go on top of the gray pieces. Okay. Alright, then one 6x1, one black 6x1 with holes, 2 1x2s with holes, 2 black 1x2s with holes, and 2 red 1x2 red. Oh, they're over here. Okay, that's weird. The red ones are with the big pieces. Yellow and black ones were with the small pieces. Alright, so we've got, I guess just on these double yellow plates, black one on the inside, then red immediately outside that, and then skip a space and go to yellow. Alright, now where are long pieces? Oh, they're across the top here. Okay. It's so weird, it feels like I've got like 8 different levels of height that I'll be working with, instead of just being like large flat pieces. Alright, and then I guess we're making a sub-assembly that'll slide into this? Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay, so we need 1 red rod, that is this long, yes. 1 very long black rod, 4 of these orange Tex-Mex connectors, 4 black ones that have the pluses on both, on the sides of it. And 2 of these 3 wide connecting pieces. I don't know what anything is called, so I'm just going to be calling everything connectors. Because they'll connect together, right? That's how it works? Okay, so I take 2 of these black ones. And then I take the small end of the 3 wide blue piece and shove it into both of them. Okay. Then I take the red rod down one side of it. Okay. And then 2 orange pieces. And then on the other side, do the same thing but without the red rod. So take 2 black pieces. And then 2 orange pieces into that. And then I take this whole thing and slide it all the way through so that the black piece, the red rod, goes barely into the black piece. Okay. Then okay, so the rod is going to go straight through here. And this piece needs to go in the middle here. Okay. So there's going to be some friction as I'm sliding through the black pieces. Alright, get out the other side and then over to... Come on. There we go. And in a little bit more. Do I have another piece with a hole in it at all? No? Can I take this off? No, that'd bend the piece too much. Alright, I guess I'll just... put that there temporarily. And then just take any flat piece, really. That won't be damaged, I guess. The brick separator. That I don't care about. There we go. So now that's kind of lined up there. Not a little too far. Alright, that's probably good. Go on. There you go. Alright, so now I've got this thing here. Not sure why. Okay, then I'm taking 2 blue barrels. And they go here, next to the red pieces. Come on. There we go. 2 yellow 3x1 bricks. And then 2... This is a very weird brick. It's a 1x2 plate, but instead of a pip, one of them has a hook connector thing. Very weird. Alright, so these go along here. And then these go with the hook facing outward, or closer to the edge, like that. Right, now we need 4 of these 3x1 slopes, and 6 round pieces with like these half arc pieces. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the slopes go across here. And then the rounded pieces go across here. Okay, so the only reason I needed a rounded piece here is so this arc would fit on top of it. And the same thing on the other side. There we go. Two 2x3 plates, two 2x2 plates. And 2 1x1 slopes. Frustrating little pieces. Alright. So the 2x2 goes here. The 2x3 goes here to connect it. And then the slope goes pointing back, like that. Alright, now we need 2 of these 1x2 with bumps. Two more 3x1 yellow bricks, and 2 1x1s with 2 risers. Sorry I'm not kind of like talking about stuff. I don't really have too much to talk about today. If anyone has any questions they want to ask, that'd be a great time. Otherwise, I can go over, like, I don't know. I think my streams are going well. I've realized that it's impossible to predict how YouTube is going to react to things. So sometimes they'll show my video to a bunch of people, sometimes they won't, and my views respond accordingly. I have pretty much the same click-through rate on all my videos, I think. So if you see, I got a lot of views on one of my last Balatro videos, but I think that's just because they showed it to more people. In fact, I looked at the numbers. It's because they showed it to more people. So, if you want to help me out, and you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can go subscribe to that. If you only watch on Twitch, feel free to follow me here. I appreciate that. Let's see here. There's a lot of pieces needed for this. 2 of these. 2, what are those, 1x2 slopes? Yeah. 2 1x2 bricks, and 2 1x1 plates. Right, we're making a sub-assembly. These go on the side. Then the slope goes here. Then the 1x1 goes on this one. And then this goes on this side of the piece. Okay, so these four line up. And then on the other side, I'm assuming built and mirrored. Yep. This is quite a piece we're making here. I'm still not sure entirely what it's supposed to be, but this goes here. Oh, I need to make... Blast pointed out to me a few days ago that my Twitch, my backdrop for when I'm not streaming, the video player normally shows my schedule, and that hadn't been updated in a while. So I need to make a new one of those that I don't have to update ever, where it just says like what types of streams on what days. Hey, if you're watching on Twitch and you'd like to see what I'm playing coming up, scroll down to my About Me and click the link to the calendar there. That's the best way. If you're watching on YouTube, go to any video and there's a link in the description for the same calendar. That's a Google Calendar, so it's automatically translated to your time zone wherever you are, assuming that your computer also has that time zone. If your computer's time is wrong, I can't help you. Alright, there we go. Alright, 2 more risers. 2 1x6 black pieces, 2 1x1, 1x2 tiles, 2 2x4 pieces, 2 rounded 1x1 tiles, and 2 curved arc tiles. Alright, where do any of this stuff go? These black ones go along the front. These rise up here, sides. And the yellow goes up front and the tiles go around the front. Okay. Then I need 1 giant 2x6 brick, 2 2x4s, and 2 yellow barrels. Alright, so the gray one goes along the middle, right on top of the green plate here. These go along here, and then the barrels go on top of the risers. There we go. Right, then we need 6 3x2, sorry, 4x2 slopes. And they go on both sides of the gray piece. And down the front. In front of... yeah, okay. They go there. In front of those barrels. Two 1x2s. One of these tan, it's a 1x4, but with only the outermost pips. It's a plate in the center. And we need a few more plates. Let's go there. These L plates go on top of the slope and the barrel. And then these 1x2s go inside those. And we need the rest of our big pieces, 2x4s and 1x3s, and then two of these tan 1x1s with down pieces. And these go right on the front. That. And then where do these go? These go on top of everything. And that's it. So I've got 3 extra pieces, but they're all small pieces, so that's to be expected. And then I move on to open bag 6. And we still get to be building stuff onto this, so that's good. Alright, I'm going to mute so I grab bag 6 and open it. Alright. A lot of pieces here, a lot of unique pieces. Like, this ball socket here. But I don't see the ball part of it. Oh, we got 2 of them at least. Got this Technics piece with top pips all the way around, holes all the way, almost all the way around, and a bottom that's very unique because it curves in on the insides. That's very weird. Like a little seesaw thing, I guess. A lot of weird stuff. Ooh, here's a 2x2 round piece with a hole through the middle. That's cool. Lots of stuff I haven't seen before. Alright, slide all this off so I have room to work. I should probably get like a little tray for the small pieces, but whatever. Alright, start with is a very long tan 2x something. 2 3x1 bricks. 2 4x2s, 2 6x2s, and 2 6x2 plates. Oh, and 2... saw one in here before. Here's one. Here's the other. Take this, stick 2x4, and then the gray bumpy piece, and the red sticking out slightly, and then the same thing on the other side. And then on top of that go the 6x2s. And the plates go on top of those. And this whole thing goes here. Flip that up again. So I don't see... it won't connect to anything. It'll just sit on top of the plates. And I guess slide back and forth for now. But that is what it looks like it's doing. Alright, then we need one 2x4, one 2x4 plate, one 1x4 gray plate, and one 6x1 brick. Wait, did I miss a step? This was 25. Oh, I skipped a whole page. Jeez. Set those aside. So I need two of these 2x1 plates with a large ball joint connector on the side. Two of the 1x2 with side pipped double tall brick, and two blue 2x2 plates. Right, so I take a plate, I put both clips on it, and then I put another plate on top of it. And that goes right here. And then the risers go right here on top of the gray pieces. Alright, then I get two of these 1x6. Two of these. A sloped 2x2 brick, and two yellow 1x1 with two hip risers. Alright, and it's saying connect the riser to the side of this 1x6, and then these go along the sides of our hooks or ball joints. And then these slopes go on the outside of those. I wonder why it had me make this before, because it's still just sitting in there. Alright, now I need those pieces I grabbed earlier. And this goes on top of here. This makes more sense. Okay, so we're covering up these hooks, but we're leaving a hole right down the middle there. So I'm wondering why. Because we're covering this completely. Oh, wait a minute. No, that doesn't make sense. I don't know where... I still have no idea where on Bowser this entire thing is supposed to be. Is this the shell that we're gonna cover in green, maybe? I don't know. No idea. Anyway, step 29. One 3x2 plate, two L-shaped bricks, and 2 barrels. Okay, now we're going to be using those giant ball joints. So set this aside because we have a sub-assembly. We get one ball joint and one black 2-length connector. And this goes into the end of it. Like that. Okay, and then take the other one and do this. Now I have 2 of them. Great. And take 4 3-length blue connectors and shove them in so that they're in the middle of each of these. Like that. There we go. Then we take an orange 1x2, 2 tan 2x2s with double holes, and a 1x2 plate that has 8 rising pips. Or not, I guess not rising, sinking pips. Going down the side. So I put the orange on top of a tan piece. And then the riser, or the side piece on top of that. Right, so now that's flush with the bottom. And then another tan piece on top. And then I do a rotating thing. And this whole thing snaps into here. Yep. Yes, it does. Okay. Then I do a very similar thing on the other side. So I need 2 more of the tan pieces. A red 2x4 plate and a yellow 2x4 brick. and a yellow 2x4 plate. So this time I don't have side pips, but it's tan piece. Oh. Put the yellow plate directly on top of the red plate first. Now they will never become apart. Then put the tan piece under and a tan piece over. And then this goes across them. And then this snaps into the other side. Alright, that's not that bad. And then this whole thing goes on the front here, right on top. Yeah, okay. Like that. So now we've got a whole bunch of front pips here. We've got these. No idea what they're used for, but we've got them. And then we jump to another sub-assembly. Yeah. This is kind of a big sub-assembly, too. It's 15 steps. So set this aside. We'll come back to that later. So we need our large rectangle with a bunch of holes, 2 black connectors, and 2 white connectors. Oh, I remembered. Last week, I was talking about other sets, other building sets that I had as a kid. So I had connects, which were plastic. And then I was describing a metal piece, metal with a bunch of holes and like screws and nuts and bolts. It was an erector set. And I remember you can make like moving windmills and stuff like that with them. Alright, so now I've got these on here. I like how they give me a picture of what this sub-assembly will look like when it's finished. But that doesn't really give me any context for what this even is. Could be anything. Alright, so now I rotate this upside down and stick a white 1x4 onto it. Not sure why this needs to be upside down here. I just pinched my hand right between there. And then a yellow 3 wide connector. See a lot of 2s. Where's the 3? Is it a tan 3 wide connector? It's a tan 3 wide connector. Okay. That makes more sense. That goes in short end into this, right? Then I take one of these 7 wide connectors and a red piece. This will snap in here, and then this will snap in here. Still don't know why this needs to be upside down, but... Okay, now I'm adding 2 8x1s across the bottom. Like that, so now that stops this from going any further. Or maybe it can flip over to the other side. Okay, then I need that tan round 2x2 with a hole through it. I need a gray rod of length 8. A small red ball with a connector on one end, or hole. And a black 2x4 plate with a hole through the bottom. Okay, so... Oh, this rod has a stopper on one end, so that's good to know. Step 1, I put the tan piece through all the way to the stopper. Then the black piece. And then the red ball at the end. And then this whole thing goes here. Goes here. Yeah, because the black piece has to go at the end of the other. So the red snaps into it then. Aha. Okay, so now I have this piece that rotates and slides back and forth, but might not do anything. Alright, then flip it over again. Get 4 of these 1x2. Nope, not those. I need these 1x2s with 2x2 risers. And 2 4x1 gray pieces. And put the risers on the bottom of the gray piece. And then this goes up one of the sides. Like that. And then the same on the other side. And the diagram shows this pointing straight up, but that's not going to stay there. Alright, now I'm making a sub-assembly for the sub-assembly. I need 2 of these. One of these double barrels. 2 of the yellow 2 connectors, and 2 black 2 connectors. Alright, step 1 is take the red barrel and put black connectors in both sides of it. And shove it into the third pip, or third hole on these. There we go. And then take these and put them into the first hole, pointing outward. So it looks like that. And this goes on the front of this. Okay. Then I get a white bent bracket. Two of these Technics pieces. One 4-length rod. One tan 1.5 length connector, and one 2-length rod. Okay, so I take one of these black connectors, I stick the red 2 rod into one side of it, and I stick the half piece of the tan rod into the middle. And I take the white bent piece and push it in there. That. I put the black piece on the other side. And this rod's going to go in the middle here, but this looks like it goes through the plus of these black pieces, so it needs to go like this. Need to fit it down in there. Oh, right. That rod's in the way. Okay. Goes all the way in? Goes all the way in. There we go. And get 2 tan, 1x10s. One, what the hell is that thing? Okay. Another very odd piece. It's a 2x1 plate with a, 2x1 tile with a giant Technics piece sticking up out of it. I'm curious what the official name of some of these pieces are. Because all of the names of the pieces are like very descriptive. But like what do you call that? And then this orange piece goes right on top of the red one. Then we get 2 green 2x4 plates that you just snap them on top of each other. They're having me do this a lot, and it's making me sad. Goes on top of there. Alright, and now we get our 2 1x2s with down pieces. There's one here. Oh, here's the other one. And then 2x2 plates. Oh, stop. Don't make me do this. And these go on top of here so that they're flush with that. And this goes right in the center. Alright, and then we get 2 more of these 2x4 plates, and they go on the sides across the middle. And then we get a whole bunch of curved tiles. I've got these 2x2. Wait, which ones do we need here? Okay, these are all ones without pips on the bottom, and these have pips on the bottom, but I only have 4 of them. So it's probably not these. So these go around in a circle. Like that. Okay. Don't know what part this is yet. This needs 7 unique pieces. 8 pieces, 7 of which are unique. Okay. Triple wide, an orange piece, a blue, plus and round connector, 2 black connectors, The red 5 long and this one. Okay. So I take my red piece and I stick the black connectors into slots 3 and 4, and then the tan one all the way in 5 so it's centered. Then I take this upside down and put it on tan. Then I set that aside. Put upside down orange on top of red. And then shove the plus side into it. And then shove that into 1 here. That kind of rotates, but it's a little stiff. And this part rotates pretty freely. And this goes... So those 3 connectors go into those 3 holes there. Maybe. Feels like things aren't quite lining up, but that doesn't make sense. They all should be. There it goes. Okay. Then I add... What are these? 3 wide connectors that are round double connectors on one side and plus shaped holes on the other. These only go 1 space in here. On slots 1 and 3. Then this whole weird elaborate thing I bring back my subassembly, and we've got many close-ups of what is going on here. So this whole thing has to go upside down. So it goes like this. So this 6 rests on this 6. This rotates, but it doesn't slide back and forth anymore. So I guess this... Okay, so this has to go up. And then after we set this in, we have to push these rods in. So they will go into the center gray and black holes there. Okay, so then this... Oh, so as you rotate this, it slides the center back and forth. That's what this part is for. Where's the white piece for then? I guess to stop the orange piece inside, we snap this down temporarily. So I guess to stop this orange piece from rubbing up against the red piece there as this goes back and forth. Okay, I'm sure there's a reason. And then this needs to go there and there. So now this gray piece is locked into place. So this has to rotate on this axis and can't like slide back and forth that much. All right. Well, that was complicated. We're past 7 o'clock, so I should take a break. But I'm not done with this bag yet, so I kind of want to keep going a little bit. Let's finish up this bag. I have a handful of pieces left. Alright, step 51. I need this 6x4 plate. Now I need the 4 round underside pieces. And some more green blades. Okay, so I take one of the 2x2 green plates and I snap 2 round pieces to the underside of it. And then I take the... Oops. The 4x2, put the 2x2 in the center of it. And then these go along like this. And then these go here and here. Okay. We get 2. Wait, where did this go? Oh, this just goes on top of here. We took this and threw it into the step also, just to see if you were paying attention. Alright, we need 2 of these, and then 2 of these pieces with the down risers. These go on the corners here. And then the down risers go on the front to add on to all of that stuff. There we go. Three by two 6x1s, and 2 more of the tan 1x1s. And we fill up the front here finally. So we get our 6x. Okay, we leave the top row empty. So this goes here. Three by 2 goes here, and the tan one goes on top of the 6x1. Like that. There we go. Then this piece has 2, or this step has 2 pieces, just some round. This goes on the front. Just to kind of smooth that out, I guess. Then we need a whole bunch of black pieces, starting with our seesaw. We'll take... Okay, we need these 2 with hooks. These might snap into the back. Yeah, these will snap into the back here, where those C hooks were. If you remember 45 minutes ago. We need one of these. We need this one. We need 2 L shapes. We need that thing. And 3 tiles. Okay. So we take this, take 2 of these and lay them down on here. And then put the 1x2 in the back. And then reinforce with the L's on top. And then put the plates, all 3 plates on top, and oh, we need 2 of these. Okay. And these go on the sides like this. Is this supposed to be a mouth? And this whole thing clips into here. Okay, it doesn't really move up and down that much, so it's probably not a mouth. Trying to figure out the physics of this. If I push this ball, it pushes the L rod, which can move this orange piece back and forth. So when I push this, it pushes that, which then knocks that back. So if that's forward slightly, I don't know what that means, what if that's going to have any effect, but it's cool. Alright, now we need these green pieces, these, and these. So we're basically done, probably. So we take these 1x3s and put them on the 2x3s. And then this round 4x1 rounded slope tile, and this 4x2 rounded slope tile, and do like that. And then do the same the other way. And these go underneath here, like this. Okay, we only have 3 pips to connect to, so how does it line up? Lines up flush with that and with the bottom, I'm assuming. Yeah, that looks right. And the next step is to open bag 7. So I'm going to take a break here. I don't know what this is. I'm going to look back at Bowser here. So we've got our giant green like pipe thing that we added all of the smooth plates to. Is this his neck? On page 96. So I see like the rounded piece here almost looks like the rounded piece here with the slope like this. So maybe this is supposed to stand up. And then this would be, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. I guess the arms plug into here. No, that's too low. The arms would have to be like up here. I have no idea what's going on with this yet. This is supposedly a piece of Bowser though, so 7:15, I'm gonna take a break. Stick around for a few minutes. Be back in 3 minutes ish. I gotta get up and stretch. And then we'll open bag 7 and continue on. Stick around. Alright, I'm back and I've pre-poured bag 7. We're building Lego Bowser on bag 7 of 22. So far, this is what Bowser looks like. It's you know, it's got some of the same colors. That's about all I can say about it. But I opened bag 7 and it looks like this is for a sub-assembly, so I'm going to set this aside. And our odd pieces here, we've got 2 of these at least, which look like they're like axles, but that also rotate along the z-axis. But it looks like they go right into here. I'm not going to snap that in just yet. We do have 2 of those, so that makes sense. And we've got, this is like the shoulder piece from the Gundam I built. And 1 green brick in this whole bag. So I'm going to shove all those off to the side. Keep my small pieces on screen. Just off to the side like that. Alright. So we start with a tan 1x4 brick on what the hell is this thing? It is a normal 6x2 plate, but with 4 of the pips risen so you could have side pips. What the heck? And step 1 is put this here. No, put it here. Offset. Great. And that goes there. Need 2 of these. Nope, doesn't go there. I need this angled piece, and it goes on the bottom there. And then this goes here. This piece being asymmetrical has thrown me off twice now. And it's only 6 pieces so far. Alright, then I need a 1x2 tile. A 1x1 slope. A 3x2 plate. 1 of these rounded weird pieces. And this 1x1 brick that's actually not quite brick height, it's 2/3 of a brick or 2 plates. Okay. So this goes here. And then build the rest of the piece. And then this goes under this, like that. Alright, here's another odd piece. It's a 2x2 plate with 2 of the pips risen, so we could have more side pips. That goes here. I'm kind of wondering why they didn't just make a 2-plate tall 2x2. Why they had to have this one section for 1x2 on there. But, okay. Oh no. Alright, so it's a sub-assembly for this. We need one of these and one of these. So we put the black piece in the gray piece, and it says click, or it. So this is in 7 different languages. Click in English, click starting with a K, click with no K at the end, so that I'm not sure what language it is. Click CLIQUE, cat KATT, click skis with some sort of mark over the middle S and under the K, the third K, and then Chinese, which I cannot read. Alright, so this should make 7 clicks in different languages, I guess. You didn't even hear that. It made a click. Alright, then I need the 2 shoulder pieces. Or 2 of them. And these will also click in 7 languages. Okay, and they can be rotated, it's just tough to do that. Can this be rotated? Yes. It's just very tough to actually rotate it. Okay, then flip it this way, and we need 4 connectors. One in the end here. And then all the way down here. Why did that feel weird? I don't know. Okay. And then a gray 6x1. And this goes across all of it. Like this. To really keep it in there. And then we get our piece back, and this goes down like this. Okay, so now I can rotate this way. It's tough to do so, but I can do it. And I can rotate each of these individually. I'm assuming I'm going to be making a mirror image of this at some point, because they gave me 2 of each of the clicky pieces. Okay, so we need this. One of... The hell is... Okay, it's just one of these. It's an upside down. It's a 2x2 with a bottom slope. 1x4 with side pips. 1x3 brick and a 1x2 brick. These all look like they're going on top. So we've got the 1x2 here. And then the yellow one here to leave room for the rotating piece. And this, and then this, the front pips go there. And this goes here, pointing out like that. Alright. Wonder if this will be the arm, and this is like the shoulder for the arm. I like how rigid these feel. Like it's not gonna move even if there's a lot of weight on it. Alright, a 1x1 plate. What? Okay. and a 6x1 tile. Sorry, I had this backwards. A 1x1 tile and a 6x2 plate. Goes right across here. And then this goes onto the subassembly again. Or the main Bowser piece, I guess. So this whole thing goes here. But how does it line up? So you get the tan piece here, and then the black piece goes next to it like this. Okay. All right. Then I'm making the one on the other side. Okay. So this is offset this way this time. And then a 3x1. A sloped 2x1. And 2 tan pieces, one of which goes under here. I'm going to set this aside again. And then another one here. This piece goes here. And then this one goes here. And another plate. 1x2 plate. A 1x1 slope. 3x2 plate. One curved piece and one of those double plate 1x1s. Same deal, but flip this time. Attach this, then build the rest of the piece. And this goes under this. Right, we do another clicky thing. This time it looks like it's at a slightly different angle. Not that it should matter. There, and then I go to the underside and put in all these stupid connectors. And this goes like this. Snap it all in. Beautiful. Didn't we literally just hear this song? There we go. think my media player is acting up. And by acting up, I mean actually shuffling songs randomly, which is sometimes not what people want. Get all these tiny pieces. We need this one. This one. This 1x4 with side pips. 1x3 and 1x2. Fill the top. Then 6x2. And the 1x1 tile. And that goes on to the other side of this, over here. Alright, then we get this long black piece. This goes... Oh, wanted me to actually rotate this. So this will go across the top here to kind of lock everything in. And 2 3x2 plates. Kind of fill the gap here. Alright, 2 black 2x4s. 2... What? There are 1x2 with a sideways tile 2x2 on them. Alright. Sure. Make 2 of these? Here it is. And then some 3x2s. Okay, so then these will go along here on the top. So the 3x2, and then the 4x2, and then the side piece. So this is cool because it's giving me access for connections on the side, just like these studs, but it's the underside of a piece. So interested to see what's going there. All right, 2 dark gray 2x1s, 2 yellow 2x1s, and 4 of these curved slope pieces. We're making sub-assemblies. Okay, take a gray one, put a yellow one on it, and put 2 of the rounded pieces on those. Here we go. And these go on the first 2 of the 3x2s here with rounded pointy yellow. Okay. Alright, 4 normal 1x2 bricks, 2 3x1 bricks, 2 of the 4x1s with side pips, and 2 white 1x1s with side pips. Okay, so 1x1 goes here, and the 4x1. Nope. Sorry, first the 2x1 goes here, across. Then the 1x1. Then the 4x1. And on the back side, the 2x1 and the 3x1. And then the same thing on the other side. White pip facing outward. Yellow pips. Then 2 and 3. The heck are these? Okay, so these are 1x2 slopes with grates in them. Alright. Those are cool. I didn't know Bowser was gonna need air vents, but I guess Bowser's got air vents now, right? And we need 2 of these rounded bottom piece 2x2s. Okay. So we take our tan riser and equip it with an air vent. And do that twice. And we take our curved underside and add a 1x2 to it to make it flat on top. Okay, the curved pieces those go on the front here. And then the risers go on the back, like here. Okay, great. Step 80 has 6 sub-steps. Alright, move this aside. So we take a black 2x2 and add a yellow 3x1. And then a tan 1x4 under it. Then we make a sub-assembly of one of these gray odd pieces. A dark gray 1x2 goes on top. And then a tan normal 2x3 brick goes across it. And we take this whole thing and we put it here. Yes. Okay, then we have a yellow 1x1 brick. And then a tile here and 2 slopes. Going down the side, hanging over. And then a 4x3. Yeah, 4x3 giant slope off the bottom there. And this goes on the side here. Right? That's how that looks. Okay. And then I assume we build the same thing for the other side? Not yet. Give me this back. Okay, we need this giant piece, this oddly shaped, what is this? This is a 6x2 base but that's truncated, with a rounded slope across 4 pips on the long side, and then a straight slope across 2 pips, and then just a hybrid slope in the middle there. Cool. And this just goes here. If I can get it in there. Yeah, I had to sneak it behind the joint there for the arm, but it fit. I'm assuming that's for the arm. I'm assuming these are the shoulders. Don't know why this slides. This is for the head moving, probably. Okay, then I need these 4 pieces. And I'm making a sub-assembly here. I take this and add the dark gray to make it a normal piece. Then add this on top to make it an even more normal piece. And then this on top of that. Like that. This goes here? No. That one's up there. Leaves that gap. I placed this whole piece wrong. And then this piece. Okay. So I just had this slope here. It goes here on the white piece? Yes. On that white piece there. And this goes next to it. I had this whole thing shifted over 1. And then when I put this here, the tan lines up like that. Perfect. Okay, now I'm building the piece for the other side. Get a 2x2 and a 1x3 on this side. Then the tan 1x4. That. And one of these steps. And a gray 1x2 to make it normal. Nope, don't make it normal. This is the other one. This goes here. We add the brick, the 3x2 tan brick. And this gets added here. And then a 1x1 brick there. Plates. And then the large slope. So it's 1 plate here. 2 curved plates down the side. And then the large 4x3 down here. This goes on the mirror side. And this time I'm leaving the white pip free right there. That's probably why that one's white, so you can see that this one doesn't line up. In step 83, we take our round piece for this side, and that goes along here, right there. Then we do the whole sub-assembly thing here. So now this goes here to make a normal piece. With the gray up top here, or the tan up top here. And then this goes on this side, right in here. Okay. Running into pieces. Just gonna move them all up here. There, that's all we're left with. So we need 2 of these, 2 of these, this one, and the big green one. And then we're filling in this section here. So this goes here. Green goes down the middle. 2x2s go along here. And the inverse slope 2x2s go there. Then, step 85, we cover this up with 3x2 plates and some 1x2 plates. Step 86, we add a black 1x6 across the top and 2 tan plates go. They cover up our white pip. We leave 2 pips on the side here. And that's it for bag 7. So the next step is open bag 8, but it's 7:50. So I'm basically at the end of the stream. I'm not going to be able to complete a whole bag in 10 minutes, and I don't even want to try doing that. Assuming that it's a normal size bag. Yeah, that's a normal size bag, alright. That's a lot of small pieces in there, too. I don't want to tackle that today, honestly. I'm getting a little tired. I do have to wake up early tomorrow. But we've made a bunch of progress. We have what I'm assuming is the inside of a Bowser. The inside of a Bowser torso. Surprisingly, he's not filled with turtle meat. He's filled with plastic bricks. It looks like, from what I can tell, this is the head, or the neck rotating for the head. I don't know why this piece has to slide. Maybe it shifts the way his arms go, but his arms will hook into the shoulder bits here. They click very loudly. And then we can push this down to do something, but not right now. I don't know. Seems cool. It's a bunch of setup for what's going to happen. Yeah. I'm excited to see where it goes from here. That is going to do it for today's stream. So let's go to wrap up. Thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate it. Coming up on future streams on Wednesday, I am playing Anno Mutationem, which is an RPG-ish, not really an RPG, I don't have levels. I don't think I'm getting XP. It is I guess an adventure platformer. It's mostly an adventure game. But then the combat sections are there's platforming, 2D and a little bit of 3D, but not really. It's mostly just 2D platforming with, I guess, a little bit of depth movement when you're moving. But that's more the adventure game. It's got a very cool style. It's very cyberpunky, very neon in a dark city feel, with lots of robot parts on people. people with robot parts. And yeah, it's got a lot of mystery around it that I'm very excited to get back into and see if I can break into it a little more. So that'll be Wednesday and probably Friday. I'm not sure how long the game is. I didn't look. I normally look up on how long to beat, but or maybe I did look it up and forgot. But yeah, I'm excited to keep playing that. And then on Sunday, it's Co-op Sunday. Molly, Heller, Glass, and I will continue with Parkitect, where we have finally gone back and gotten gold stars in that one level that we didn't meet all the optional objectives on. So we're ready to move forward to the 5-year anniversary level that apparently was added. I don't know when it was added, but there's a birthday cake, and it seems like a tough level, so it might take us all stream. And then if we finish that, we might take a look at the DLC a little bit. But we've got a lot of weeks of Parkitect left, honestly. So that's very fun. If you want to show up for that stream and you want to like name a coaster or a ride or something or have any suggestions, they're very appreciated. Thank you very much. Just show up in chat. Yeah, and speaking of suggestions, if you have any suggestions for games you want to see me play or anything I can do to make my stream better or anything like that, you can let me know in Twitch chat, in a YouTube comment, or on my Mastodon, kind.social/@FadedOasis. I stream 4 days a week, twitch.tv/FadedOasis, and I upload all of my VODs to youtube.com/@FadedOasis. Yeah, thank you everyone for watching. If you want to help me out, go subscribe to my YouTube or follow me on Twitch. Both of those really help. If you're only on one of them and you want to help me out even more, go over to the other one and follow or subscribe. I'm not asking for subscribes on Twitch. If you want to watch my live streams ad-free, go for it, or get like Twitch Turbo or something. But whatever. Like, I'm not too worried about it. I mostly just want more people watching my videos because it's real exciting to see so many people like watching stuff that I do. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Tell all your friends, etc. Yeah. I will see everyone later. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you have an excellent whatever time of day it is, and I'll see you next time.